write this down first of all. Because a lot of people ask me this, even 7th graders, sometimes 8th graders. I don't know why they don't pick up on this little key phrase here. If you see the word of in math, almost 99.876321 means to multiply. Okay, the word of, when you see it in math, means to multiply. And the reason I say that is today we're talking about multiplying fractions, and a lot of times the book will ask you this: what is 1/2 of 3/4? Now you could probably get your little fraction circles and figure that out, but for the sake of time, we probably need to come up with a better way to do this. What is 1/2 of 3/4? And it's not easy to figure out. Some people can catch on to this. Anybody know right off the top of their head what 1/2 of 3/4 is? Now let me tell you, if you're talking about money, 3/4 of a dollar is how much? 75 cents. You gotta take half of 75 cents, which isn't gonna work out nicely because you get some, it's not an even number. Alright, but the first thing we're gonna do is do this. 1/2 of changes to times 3/4. If you wanna know what half of something is, multiply it by together. Now, what is it, Peter?
3/8.
3/8. How do I know that?
Because you multiply the top numbers by each
Okay, and that's the first thing we write down with multiplying fractions. It's the easiest thing in the world to do. To multiply fractions, you just multiply across. Or another way to say it is you multiply the two top numbers together, and you multiply the two bottoms together. So if I'm doing this problem here, it just ends up like this. 1 times 3 is 3, and 2 times 4 is 8. 3/8. Okay. 1/2 of 3/4 is 3/8. 1/4 of, I don't know, 1/2. If you take 1/2 and cut it into 4 equal pieces, you are going to end up with, doesn't get any easier than this, 1/2 of 1/4 is, DJ?
1/8.
Exactly, because you just simply multiply across. 1/8. Now, a couple special examples. What if it's a whole number times a fraction? What if it was like 6 times 3/8? Gary?
You take the denominator of the fraction times the 6, and then you put it on top of the
Could do that, but I believe you're way overworking anything that needs to be done here. Let me just throw this at you. First of all, 6 is not a fraction, but I can make 6 a fraction. I can make any whole number a fraction by doing what? How do I make 6 a fraction? Sandy?
You just take 6 and you make 6 with the fraction rather than 6. It's got to be like just a number.
I don't know if you said what I was hoping for. What is, tell me what 6 is as a fraction.
6.
No, that's 1. 6 over 6 is the same as the number 1. 6 as a fraction, or any whole number as a fraction, Grace, is?
1? Like 6 of them.
Exactly, you put it over 1. In other words, to change this into fractions, I just do this. 6 over 1 is 6. 10 over 1 is 10. So now, once they're both fractions, I can just do what I said before, multiply across. 6 times 3 is 18. 8 times 1 is 8. Now what issue do I have? Unfortunately, in the wonderful world of fractions, you are not allowed to have that because you can't have a bigger number over the bottom number. But, so we have to do what? Alyssa?
Well, I'm confused because this is my start numerical to put 6 and like have the same number.
You're
of
thinking
dice.
about, you're thinking about adding and subtracting, not multiplying.
So,
This is multiplying. Multiplying is by far easier than adding or subtracting. Back to this one, what do I have to do with this one? Alexa?
you have to divide it just to get a mixed number.
Perfect. So really, and sometimes this, most of you can do in your head, but if you can't, you actually have to do it out as a division problem. How many times is 8 going to 18? 2 whole times. And then if I'm working with fractions, I'm not allowed to leave it as that as a remainder. I have to do what with it, Michael?
You have to put 2
Yes.
and then over the 8 and then you have to reduce it.
Right.
Yeah.
And what goes into both of them? Have we reduced already?
Yeah.
I thought we did. So my answer is 2 1/4. Hopefully that's it. See, yeah. So we've already done the reducing thing, right? How about this one? 2 times 5/12. I'll let you do that. Go ahead, do it, give me the answer, make sure it's reduced. You will need to reduce at all humanly possible times. Eli Haynes says,
5, 6.
what is it?
5, 6.
I don't know, let's see. I make it a fraction by putting it over 1. I multiply across. 2 times 5 is 10. 1 times 12 is 12. And then what number goes with 10 and 12 to divide both by? Cut them both in half. Got 5 over 6. That's good. Anybody think they're gonna struggle with that? What does the word of mean?
Multiply.
Perfect. What? I think that'll.